Alrighty, so here's the swap. We're gonna pretty much start pulling stuff off. Distributor, the head, we gotta take apart the head to see if everything's going on fine in there, because we know the bottom end is bad. There was an issue with VTEC, so we need to check the lost motion assembly. We gotta check the cam journals. A bunch of other small stuff like the starter, the thermostat housing, the intake manifold. Just pretty much strip it down to a bare long block and a bare transmission. Also the torque mounts here and there, but alrighty, so we got the trans separated from the engine. Right now we're just going to be stripping down the long block completely. We got the torque mount, we got all the pulleys, the tensioners and whatnot, and we've also got the alternator, the thermostat pipe or the coolant pipe, oil filter, and also the B20 VTEC oil feed. This pretty much feeds the oil pressure from the engine block to the head, because the non-VTEC heads, they didn't need an oil supply up to there, but the VTEC heads do. So this is what this is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just going to be stripping it down to a bare block, removing the head, seeing if the head is all good, and we'll just go from there. That was a bit of a fight. Well, that's one way to do it. Looks great. The cams look brand new. Holy shit. That's copyright. Man, somebody stripped this. It's fine. They just slip it off, so just take it off. Now let's take the head apart. So I've pretty much got the entire head torn apart, took the cams off, all the cam caps. There were ARP head studs in here and they were torqued like hell, so that was a struggle. But got them all off, got all the nuts off, we're ready to pull the head off. So. Okay, so the engine does look like to be a fresh build, but they probably did no measurements because the piston to wall clearance is out the door. Like, look at this. Piston's just flopping in there. Let's see. And that's pretty much on all cylinders. Let's see, number 3. This is just way too much. That's real bad. Here's cylinder number 1. He's also got this block guard that's installed crooked. Like, this is a lot lower than what this is. This is a lot higher than what this is, and it's just rusted all around. There's a couple chips here. So this engine was a fresh build, no doubt about it, but the person who built it just pretty much had no idea what the hell they were doing, because this should set off the bell right away. So yeah, that pretty much explains why there was such low compression and why there was so much blow-by. I was thinking worst case scenario, like bad rings or maybe the sleeves are worn out, but this is just pure clown world, because this shouldn't have made it past this stage in assembled short block, because this is just... So the block is pretty much getting all replaced. We already have the new block with the full rotating assembly assembled, and the head is a whole different story compared to the block. Alright, so here's the head, fresh. The cams were new, the valve train is new, the lost motion assembly is new. We also got bronze valve guides. I don't know if I can take a look in there and peep the bronze valve guides. So a lot of money was put into this head, no doubt, because especially the cams and the valve train and the lost motion assembly. I've got to take a closer look at the valve springs to see if they are dual valve springs or if they're upgraded or anything like that. The owner unfortunately does not know anything about this engine other than that it was a fresh build. So yeah, I mean, for now, as far as we know, the head is good. Should have done a valve leak down test before pulling the head off, or before even pulling the engine out of the car, but we did a compression test, that's for sure. This cylinder, I believe, was 90 psi, this one was like 130, this one was 110, and this one was 89 psi, or 85 psi. So this definitely explains the low compression and the excessive amounts of blow-by. So I was about to flip the head around and remove the VTEC solenoid, and we've got a bunch of shavings in there. That is not good. I don't even need to zoom in, man. Y'all can see that clearly. Look at that chunk right there. Yeah. So we're gonna have to go through this head. See what else is going on, because there were issues with VTEC when we were tuning it the first time. We just wanted it tuned just so the owner could drive it around. Oh wow, look at that. The bolt snapped in the head as well, so we're gonna have to drill that out as well. So yeah, we tuned this the first time. Anytime it'd go into VTEC, it would just hold the RPM there and it would rattle like crazy. So we decided to just do a tune without VTEC just so we could drive it around temporarily. And I guess this pretty much explains it. This strainer, if it does get clogged, it'll cause VTEC to stop working. Here we are again working on the B20, taking it all apart. I'm just going to be removing the oil pan. So as expected, I mean, just a bunch of shavings. You're just gonna get a bunch of crazy shavings, I mean, as expected. We're also gonna be moving a lot of these parts from this short block to the new short block, because the new short block is basically just a rotating assembly. So we're gonna move the pickup tube. We got a new oil pump because we don't want to risk all those shavings in our new engine, in our new short block. So we're gonna pull out the pickup tube, get that cleaned out really well. The strainer looks clean, but you know, you can't be too sure. You always give it a second cleaning. And we're just gonna pull off the baffle, and I think that's pretty much all we're gonna need off of the old short block, besides the timing chain tensioner, the water pump, and the crank pulley. اعطيها لزاك احكي له هاي على التنظيف كمان. Pull the baffle off. Go ahead and remove the water pump, tensioner, and the crank pulley. اكبر يا عم. لا هاي كبيرة. Invest in one of these weighted sockets. They make removing crank pulleys a lot easier instead of sitting over there wrestling with breaker bars and 6-foot ratchets and whatnot. Just get you a weighted socket, hit it with an impact. It comes right out. No need to sit there and hassle and jump on the wrench and all that stuff. So weighted sockets, $30 from Snap-on. It just makes your life a lot easier.